this past weekend, I was rounding in the hospital this long weekend, and a long-term patient of mine keeps coming back with congestive heart failure. And I go to see him on a Sunday with an entourage of students and residents. And this was around noon, and he ordered a box of pizza and a small personalized cake. And in the hospital, while he was there for congestive heart failure. And before I even said a word, he says, "Not today, Dr. Reddy." I said, "Not today what? I don't want to hear a lecture today." I said, "No, I was not going to lecture to you. We've been talking about nutrition and lifestyle for a long time, but you're acutely ill in the hospital. This is not the time for me to lecture you or anything. Well, just let's take care of business, get you out of heart failure." And by the way, he goes, "By the way, I told you not today is because it's my birthday. I'm treating myself." And without even thinking, it's not like I rehearsed this. I said to him, "I just want you to have more of those." Right? The reason I say this is motivational interviewing is because he heard that, stood up, gave me a hug, and was crying. Right? That's all I needed to do. As to what he does with that emotion, as to how long he's going to do, I can't control that. But we just had a human moment that made him see, hey, this guy is just not a guy who's lecturing to me about his way of eating or whatever he calls guidelines, but he actually cares as a fellow human being. So if you do that, that's the thing with lifestyle. It's not like I can write a prescription, go to Walgreens and fill it. This is a lot more because you have to, a 70-year-old combat veteran from Vietnam, that's most of my patients. The fact that he shows up at my clinic is telling that he wants to change. First thing that he needs to hear from me, not me telling him that he needs to eat broccoli for breakfast. Because he's not used to it. Like, he never ate broccoli in his life. Right? What he needs is somebody sit with him, hold his hand, say, "You know what, thank you, and congratulations on wanting to make a change. Where can I meet you? How can I help you?" Then you build on it. And when you build on it, some people go home and send me a video of them throwing out every single thing from their freezer and pantry, and they are Renaissance people come next morning. And there are other people who take 6 months or sometimes 2 years. But you just have to walk that walk with them in a non-judgmental way. Now, we are asking a lifetime worth of habits to be undone. They're not going to happen because some crazy cardiologist lectured to them in a classroom. There has to be a little bit more than that. There has to be a human element to it, right? So that way there is a sense of somebody cares for you, and somebody respects who you are, and takes your views and your values into consideration. And out of that comes this mutual obligation. And you end up doing, most people, if you have a mutual obligation in a caring and a loving and a respectful way, you end up doing right things.